Hello everyone, welcome to another Monday live stream. My name is Shane Olson and today we're going to be sculpting this Easter Bunny. I've already started it last week and we're going to finish on the body. It's going to be a lot of fun. So welcome, happy you're here, and let's get going. So last week we left off with this little head. I've done a few changes in between streams. I changed him from gray to kind of this purplish color. With some light purple bits, and I've adjusted his face just to make him a tad more appealing. So, hey, what's up, Neil? All right, so let's start blocking out this body and seeing how close we can get here. You guys are good? Hey, what's up, Brad? Oh, okay. Change the... Okay. There you go. Should be changed. Thanks, Neil. Hey, what's up, Tom? How are you doing? What's up, Chuck? What is happening? Okay. Did that work, Neil? Is it better? Uh-oh. Really? I just crashed it out. Oh, goodness. Okay. I've had it open for a while, so I'm not really that surprised. Oh, gosh. All right. I didn't do anything. I promise. I promise. There we go. Wow. All right. I like his little face peeping up. All right, we're off to a good start. That was, yeah, 2023. It's I don't know what's up with the crashing. I also did some stream changes to my bitrate, so hopefully we won't go into robot mode or have laggy lag. So please let me know how the stream is today. I think I had the settings too high. So hopefully that's it. Fingers crossed. I need to bring my image back in. Okay. Back in business. Okay. Are you kidding? Okay. I was gonna say, is it gonna crash again? I'm trying to insert a multi-mesh, and this is a single, or this has subdivision levels on it, and I can't insert a mesh with multi subdivision levels. So let me select something else that doesn't have subdivision levels, like this tongue or this nose, and then put it in there. Okay. This time for sure. All right. Split it out. There we go. That's better. Hey, what's up, Josh? How you guys doing? This looks like a carrot. Little carrot body. How is everyone doing today? Hope you're kind of sculpting along with me, not necessarily doing the same thing, but hopefully sculpting something. Say, David. Hey, Neil, would you mind posting that link? Did it change the title? Just hope it's going good. Sculpting style. How do you sculpt stylized towels? Like just fewer wrinkles and stuff, or do they actually have a face? Like towely. Wanna get high? It did change the title. Okay, thanks. Okay. I wish you guys could hear it. I'm listening to a band called Dirty Vegas. Really, really good stuff. If you want to listen along over on Spotify. My favorite song that they have is called Days Go By. But it's really good, just kind of chillaxing music. What's up, Ian? How you guys doing? Okay, body. Let's get some arms in here. Texturing and lighting today. That's fun. Or it can be. I guess, depending on what it is and what you're doing. It can also be painful. Let's see, I'm just going to put these into place here. Smaller. Turn on local symmetry. Okay. So there is a way to scale non-uniformly, and basically I want to shrink the width of these arms, and what I get right here is I can do scale uniformly with this yellow square, or I can scale non-uniformly if I just grab one of these scale objects here. I can scale on the Z-axis. But if you hover, you'll notice it says hold down Alt to scale on the opposite too. So, but the trick to it is you don't hit Alt first and then grab the thing. That's actually working. Before they must have fixed it. Before it wouldn't work. So yeah, just hold down Alt and it will scale on those two axes. Hey, what's up, Leonard? How are you guys doing? Or how are you doing? Like Leonard is plural today. How's it going, Leonard? Welcome to the stream. Just trying to finish up my bunny. Okay. Let's see, and then I'm going to duplicate this. Well, yeah, I'll just duplicate this. Holding down Control, rotating. There you go. Ship it. He's done. Leonard 6. It's funny. Okay. Oh, Neil, I was talking about if you could post the YouTube link in Discord so I could grab it and then post it on my personal Facebook and Twitter, just to get more eyes, you know, on my Twitter, my personal Twitter. But thank you for doing that. Okay, mask lasso. Thank you very much, Neil. Okay. So I'm just going to tap on this and bend these arms so they're kind of pre-posed a little bit. And I'll make his hands. He's so happy. Makes me laugh. Okay, bear with me for one moment, please. Boop. Same thing on Facebook. Just gotta go put my fishing poles in the water to catch more fish. Having them come over here. Come hang out. Okay. There we go. Let's see if we can get some more peoples. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Like he's got a little frumpy dumpy body. Frumpy dumpy. It's funny when you put the arms on and they have no feet or hands. Like, what is going on? His little belly. Cute little belly. Okay, I need to get some new polygroups in here. Since I duplicated the legs, they're the same polygroup as the arms. And to fix that, I just need to go into here and hit Auto Groups. But it's asymmetrical, so I'm going to do Mirror and Weld. Whoops. Turn off local symmetry for a minute. Mirror and Weld, there we go. All right, looks like we have a little issue on the neck here. And to fix little issues like this, all we need to do is turn symmetry off for a moment and then drag the problem area over to the right hand side when looking at it from the front, and then hit Mirror and Weld again and it will fix the problem. Yeah. Okay, whenever I do like leg attachments, I always think about like how that leg attaches rather than just like jam it in like it is now. Shoulders are a little bit different because they kind of hang off the side of the body and you integrate the actual shoulder and because it's got an armpit, so it's not jammed in there. But legs are a little bit different, especially when they're sitting. So with this, I'm wanting to make a bigger connection point so it looks more like a hip where it's connecting. And it will just give a better, kind of a more believable contact point. I think Glenn Southern is rubbing off on me because when he speaks, he really pronounces some of the ends of words, especially when they end with like a T, like point. And I've been listening to his, I don't have symmetry turned on, dang it. I've been listening to a bunch of his tutorials lately. I'm picking up some of his habits. Okay, let's do this again, but turn symmetry on. There we go. Yeah, symmetry. I'm just going to roll it back and not a big deal. I could also like mirror it and then mirror and weld it. Not a big deal. If you forget symmetry, it's totally fixable. So basically what I do is I make a larger contact area like this and then just integrate it more. It almost reminds me of like with real clay, if you're dragging your thumb across the clay and like making it blend into each other. That's the idea there. And he has his little knees up. So I'm going to pull his knees up like this. So, you don't want to hear something crazy? It's snowing today. April 3rd, snowing outside in Utah. It's getting ridiculous. Whoever's running the snow machine, shut it off. Just saving it really quick. quick. Yeah, it's quite nuts. So we have some ski resorts here, and they've gotten the most snow ever. They've broken records, and it's still snowing. I think Brighton, one of the highest elevation ski resorts here, has like over 800 inches, which is 66 feet. I don't know what that is in metric, but it's high. It's a lot of snow. Windy like Santa Ana's without heat. Ah, crazy. Okay, making the feedies. Feedies. Now, rotate these out a little bit. Let's see. And same thing with the feet. What I like to do is just how to, kind of blend the two forms together as much as I can. So just kind of use a big move brush and try and get away from just the really harsh edge. Okay. See how that's looking. And this might not take all stream. Move a little bit slower and more focused here. Usually I feel like I'm going high speed. All right, how is the stream, by the way? I changed some settings since last week, and so hopefully it's not robot voice. Or stuttering, or skipping, or lagging. No lag, awesome. Yeah, Restream, the streaming service that Maxon uses to stream to, it actually had some recommended settings, so that's what I'm trying. The official Restream recommended settings. Okay, now I'm going to put his little toes on there. The spheres. What is going on with this? Like flip normals. I don't know what's going on. Southern California is 300% above normal for snow this year. Yet, it's like no snow is normal, right? Local resorts have said they're opening until June, maybe July. Same. Isn't it, what's the name of the resort there? Like Big Bear or something? Okay, I better save this because whenever it acts strangely, make sure you save because yeah, it's possibly a crash coming. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, what the heck? Well, I'm just gonna split it off and flip it, I guess. Mammoth and Big Bear. Okay, got it. Yeah, see, this is the normals are flipped for some reason. But I'm gonna flip them, and how you do that is you go to Display Properties, Flip, and then we're good to go. I don't know why it would flip. It's really strange. Okay. What in the heck? Am I getting chat from YouTube? I'm not, actually. Is YouTube even streaming? It's dark. It's dark on here. Here, I'll open up YouTube and mute it. Hold on a second. Okay. Did you get Glenn's? Okay, sorry. Let me catch up with the YouTube chats because it wasn't. Restream was not pushing it to me. So let me pop it out here. Now I have two chats to read. Oh my gosh. And I don't know what's happening with this sphere here. Hey, what's up, Nahanda? Let's see. Okay. Oh, it's lagging for you, David, because you're on your TV? Okay. I don't think YouTube chats are coming through. Okay. And then, Chuck, that's funny. My wife says the only thing she ever hears is the sound of Shane coming through the office. Oh, that's funny. It's, you know, it's crazy. You're not the first person to say that. Oh man. Let's see. All right. Well, yeah. Sorry, I'm not getting. Okay, I don't know what. Why is there a sphere down here? I'm afraid if I... Okay, this is bizarre. Bazonkers even. So I have two spheres and what? Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. This is the first. Let's find it. Is it this? I really don't know what's happening. I think I'm gonna have to reset or restart ZBrush. Yeah, goodness. Yeah, well, the problem is it's not letting me mask it off. It's not, it's just like, it's being really, really strange. It's not behaving. Misbehaving. So I'm gonna start this again. I saved it. So let's start it again. Sorry guys. One more time. I would do it in ZBrush 2022, but I don't think I can open my 23 tool in there. I'd have to export everything out as like a OBJ or something. It'd take a while to get it into 2022. Okay. This came in. Let's go like this, reset, and then load my tool. There we go. And he's way up there. Let's get him down here. Oh. Pizza boxes. There we go. Bringing them down. Let's make him bigger. Yeah. All right. That's better. Can't open a tool from 23 to 22. Yeah. So you can export an OBJ or an FBX and import it that way, but then you won't get all the subtools and that kind of stuff. So it's not you can do it, but it's not a pleasant experience. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm going to save this just to make sure. Okay, this time for sure. Yes, it's not inside out and backwards. That's a start. Okay. Let's get my reference in here again. my low resolution reference. It's like, it's almost 8-bit. Don't mind the investment. Shane's workshop has everything from beginner to advanced. An amazing community. I just joined a week or so ago. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much. I do have a course online. It's called the 3D Character Workshop. And it takes you all the way from your first day in ZBrush all the way to advanced. So if you're interested, check it out. And now I have my courses at all price levels, making it more affordable to get started. And I give away my brushes and my user interface for free if you're interested in that. All right, little toes. So I guess this will last all stream if it keeps crashing. Goodness. David, didn't you say you were a Utah person? Is it snowing your neck of the woods? Well, if you're in Utah, except for St. George, I guess it's snowing. Yeah, what Neil said. I think your entry was looking good. Hey, Cian. I'm not sure if that's how you say your name or not. It's coming along really, really well. I mean, this is the official Maxon sculpting live streaming channel, so I don't want to talk about it too much, but I will tell you that I'm absolutely, absolutely enjoying it. So, and Nomad does kind of work hand in hand with ZBrush. You can bring your models in here and take them to completion, I guess, depending on what you're wanting to do. So I feel like I can talk about it a little bit because Nomad Sculpt is something you can take on the road. Maxon also has their own app, like sculpting app on the iPad called Forger, and it's also pretty good. They just barely added Z-Remesher to Forger, so that's something that Nomad doesn't have. So something to look into. I'm interested in checking out. And Nomad or Forger also added some real-time rendering stuff as well. Oh, you're northeast, no snow but cold. Interesting. I thought there was a lot of snow, like by Bear Lake, somewhere up there. Interesting. Can I ask how you can find Redshift? I can't activate it when I want to render something. Do I need a plugin? I think you just need the latest version of ZBrush, and it comes with a version of Redshift, but you do have to, I believe you have to have it installed. So going through your Maxon installer, I'm not really sure because I have the full version installed. I'm not quite sure. So, but how you get to it is underneath the render button. Under Redshift Renderer, you hit this button right here, and it turns Redshift on. Oh, Nebraska. Okay, got you. Okay, I thought you were. I don't know. I have a friend last name Coons, and it could be confusing you with him. Okay. Anyway, that's how you turn on Redshift, and then you just render like normal, and then it will use Redshift instead of. And then you can use Redshift materials. So if you click on materials and you go down to, there's Redshift polypaint materials and Redshift preset colors. So you can go pick your colors through here, assign them. Okay. So let's get his little hands going on. I think I might just use the end of his arm and turn it into his palm, because his hands are so kind of like this. They're pretty soft, and he just has little nubbin fingers. Nubbins. Okay. So let's see what happens if we put just little fingers on here. Okay, what in the world? Man, this local symmetry catches me every time. There we go. Better. Turn it back on. I need to get a hotkey for local symmetry. Let's see. The bunny. I just read the bunny laid an egg. Now I have to keep track of 2 different chat feeds. Let's see. Yes, I know. ZBrush. At this point, ZBrush warns me that it does not locate. If you want, I can. No. So I don't work for Maxon. I'm just a volunteer here. So the best thing to do would send in a support email. I think it's support@maxon.com and let them know what's going on. But I think you need some form of Redshift in order for it to work. I don't know. Maybe somebody else can answer that. I only have the full version, so, and I install it through the Maxon app. But I don't know what happens if you don't have that. Okay, if I flip my mask, like invert my mask and hit Control W, it will put that into its own polygroup. Yep, no worries. Sorry I couldn't help you further. Maybe look up some documentation on Redshift and how the licensing works. Not sure. You know what? I'm just going to do this with a move brush. Nubbin fingers. Does your position change in the geometry tab when working on it? Does your position change? I don't know that I quite understand the question. The position of what exactly? Hey Luigi Riggs, I can actually see your emotes when I'm looking at the YouTube chat. Did YouTube decide to show up? Oh, it's showing up on... That's really strange. I don't know why it's... I wish I could reset it. Huh. Error? Internal error. I don't know what's going on with it. In geometry, it has position. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. This right here. Yeah. So what are you asking me? Does it change in the geometry tab when working on? Yes. It should anyway. Maybe not. I think it's the position of the whole scene, the whole scene. Not individual objects. It's not like Maya or something like that where you know, there's like, you can't really type in numbers to precisely place your objects. It's not, if that's what you're looking for, that's not what the position is. think it's just, that's world position. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think about it now. I think it does. I think every object does have a hidden position, and this pivot is just a temporary position. So that's why when I move this pivot, it doesn't change the numbers. But if I typed 0 in all 3 of these, it would move the object. So, but these, yeah, these numbers are like kind of like a hidden number that I don't pay attention to ever, unless I'm setting up my ruler for my file. Yeah, it's not something I really pay attention to. Really want to see how you handle the embossed pattern detail of the egg. I haven't done the egg yet, so we'll see how it goes. Might be already planning to do this, but you think you need to do that. Smooth clay with your thumb thing to the fingers. Oh yeah, David. Yeah, this is the blockout phase. So, yeah. Trust me, I'll get there. Oops, I need to go. I forgot to do this. Huh, looks like it's the same poly group as this, but it's not. So they should not make your model out of symmetry? Oh. No, it uses world symmetry most of all. Unless you turn it to local symmetry, and then it uses where, I believe, where your pivot is. See the little dots? That's your temporary symmetry. Okay. So I kind of want to weld these fingers to the arm, and then I want to pose it right away. I'm not going to wait too long on this. Yeah, sorry I don't know more about that. I just I don't pay attention to those position numbers at all because they don't really do much of anything. I just move the pivot around to where I need it. And sorry I keep asking about the live stream, but how is it right now? Is it still good? Not lagging? Last week was atrocious for lag. It was like... So I hope that fixed it. Still good. Awesome. Good to hear. Hopefully it stays that way. Okay, so these arms, I'm going to split them off so I can join them together. So split hidden will do it. Because I don't want to join the arms to the body right now, and I don't want the thumb to join to the body. So I can solo this. So we're just working on these arms. And then I want to even out the topology before I stitch everything together. Thanks, Creative. I appreciate it. So I'm going to apply the dynamics subdivisions and then delete my lower subdivision levels. And so now we have this, and now I'm going to flood fill it with dynamic topology, which is this polygon size. It's basically tessimating the surface. So I'm just going to drag this down a little bit more. Okay, and so it's giving me even topology between all of my pieces, which will give me a good join. And I want to have some, I want to see some that orange between the fingers. Just makes for a better stitch. Okay. And then after I stitch them, I can sculpt these better. They just look like they look like he's got eggs for fingers. Okay, so in order to stitch it, I turn off symmetry. And then I hit this little go to unmask mesh center, click on this while holding Alt, and then turn symmetry back on for a moment, click on this gear, and then go to remesh by union. And that will stitch all of my objects together. I click on this gear, hit accept, turn symmetry back on. I was just asking this because I keep getting non-symmetrical, and I was wondering if the position is causing it. Basically, what you want to check is making sure that you're in the middle of the world. So turn on your floor. So you're making sure that you're in the center of your world. And then make sure you're not accidentally moving in the x-axis. So the x-axis will most likely cause some issues. And then when I would also snap to the side and do any movements. That's typically how I avoid symmetry, is if you're working on the face or something like that, and you want to move something from the front of the face, just kind of snap your camera and use Z and Y to move your stuff around, not X on when you're close. And yeah, don't just grab these right here, these corners, when you're in orthographic view like this, because that will also push your model out of symmetry. It's irrelevant, but since you're volunteer at Maxon, do you recommend paying to use Cinema 4D for animation, or is Blender just fine? David, it's completely up to you and whatever you have at the moment. And I feel like Cinema 4D is used in the industry more than Blender, but that may be changing. I don't know. So, and I don't know Cinema 4D. Well, I don't know Blender that much either. So I can't really, I only know how to animate in Maya and Softimage. That doesn't exist anymore. Okay. So now that I've blended, or now that I've stitched these together, I can blend them. Okay, so I'm going to go grab this density here. Okay, that didn't work. Give me this. Oh, because I got to turn off adaptive. There we go. Ah, that doesn't work either. I got to pick it again, probably. There we go. Yay, there we go. Okay. So it looks like the picker works differently when you have adaptive turned on than when you don't. Hey, Bubbles. Is Maxon one EDU education? If I go freelance full time, I'll have to pay, but that would be a happy problem. Yeah, that would be a happy problem. Okay. So now that I have these arms the way I want them, I want to be able to pose them. I haven't grabbed the latest version of ZBrush yet to try out the proxy thing. I did try it, but it's in a different version that I have on my machine. So I'm just going to Z remesh this and then pose it. I could probably pose what I have. You know, in fact, I think I'm going to. I'm just going to leave it like this and just break the arms apart, like turn off symmetry and do this and do a split hidden and then just pose this and see how it goes. Okay, so this one is in kind of a fist. He's just kind of holding sort of a fist. So let's just see how it goes. So if I hold down Control and I drag down the length of the finger down the appendage, it will mask off the appendage. Then I can bend it like this. Yeah, it's not too bad. I can go back and clean that up. I'm going to turn Sculptus Pro off for a moment. I'll do the next one. You have to be cautious because there's a possibility that it will unmask your other fingers and stuff if you get too close to the edge. You just got to be kind of careful. Yeah, and see, it doesn't always give you the best masking. So if you look underneath here, it masks the bottom of the finger. So just clean that up and then blur the mask a little bit. Center my gizmo on the knuckle and then bend it. Looks like this bottom of this finger was also masked off, so it gave it a little bit of a issue, but not a big deal. We can just turn on topological, change our range to 2, and that'll just help us move just this finger and not the other finger. Pull it out and smooth it. You're never going to see this because it's tucked underneath his fist. Otherwise, I would rewind my history and do it again. I can clean up this knuckle. Now he's fancy. He's got his pinky stuck out. That's what makes you fancy. That's the only thing, is just sticking your pinky out. Big fan of your streams. Thank you. I'm new to ZBrush. I really learned a lot from your explanations while you work. Your explanation is very helpful. Thanks so much. Love watching and learning from your work. Thanks. Well, happy that you're here. Okay, so this one, it's too stumpy. No jokes. It's too stumpy. Okay, so I'm just going to use lasso mask instead. Something like that. And if you hold down Control to mask and you add Alt to your hotkey selection, it will unmask that bit. Then I can just invert it, tap on it to blur it. Center my gizmo, rinse and repeat. You want to look at it from all angles and make sure you're getting those fingers to kind of curl towards each other. Now that I kind of have them all posed, just look at them and make sure they're good. And then for this thumb, I'm probably just going to tuck it into just like, yeah, just kind of wrap it around and down a little bit so it's not just sticking out like a sore thumb. All the dad jokes today. Okay, it didn't really mask off what I wanted it to do, so I'm going to do it with my lasso again. And this thumb feels pretty wide. Right. Okay. Yeah, now that I have it bent down, it feels pretty large. So I can just kind of move it around. Just kind of adjust this a little bit. I'm just smoothing it just to kind of get it to undo whatever it did there. I still want the crease, like the seam of it, but I don't want it to be that crazy. So, and you'll never see this, but I always like to put in the two palm lumps. I call them the hand butt. Learned that from Proco. How's work you do? Okay. Oh. Aubrey, awesome work. You've been watching your videos in passing, and I have some basic experience in ZBrush. Awesome. Been wondering how you do model with the Gizmo tool in symmetry or in x-axis. I'm not quite understanding what you're asking, Aubrey. How do you model with the Gizmo tool? I don't really model with the Gizmo tool. I only move my objects around with the Gizmo tool, or scale them or rotate them. Yeah, in x-axis. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I hid the other hand so you can't see it, but it's no longer symmetrical. But so if you look at these legs here, basically if I have my gizmo selected, I just hold Control and I tap on an object like this, and it will put the gizmo in the middle of the object that I want to move, and then I can just move it like this. And symmetry is turned on, X symmetry. So that's why. Is that what you're asking? Went to school for animation. I graduated in 14. Could I still use Maxon EDU as long as it's just for personal? So David, you have to be, you're a student of mine, so you should be able to use that as your access. So that's kind of a benefit of signing up for my main course bundle, is that you get access to the educational version for Maxon, and it is for education. You can use it for personal purposes and not commercial reasons. So I hope that answers your question. So you can't qualify through your old college, but you can qualify through the 3D Character Workshop, is what I'm getting at. I'm pretty sure you're a student. Okay. I'm sure I just started my degree program last September. Can you guys recommend any mentorship for character creation? I have one, but and then Anna has a good one. Polygon has a good one. Yeah, there's a whole bunch out there. I'm not accepting any students at the moment, but I might open that back up in the future. If you're interested, you can give me if you want to join the 3D Character Workshop community, it's free. Then you can send me a direct message if you like, and I'll put you on the list. Give him a little pointy elbow. And again, if you're just now joining us, I do give away my user interface, my brushes, and my ruler file for free. And that's also over on my community. The community is free to join. Like I said, there's free spaces. You can check stuff out over there. And I have a lot of different courses up for sale if you're interested. All right, let's get this other hand posed. So he's got a little paintbrush in his hand. Let's make that paintbrush so he's actually holding something. But before we do that, I'm going to save it. Okay, and we'll just grab this appendage brush. Make it really big and then really skinny. So with ZBrush, you can pull out and then push in, and it will, as you push in, it will scale it on the two axes that are not the one facing down the length of it. Split unmasked points. I don't know what is going on with this gizmo. Why is it over there? Okay. Also use the EDU license for being in a 3D Character Workshop member. I'm not sure that it's perpetual or just, yeah, it's for 6 months, but you're able to use it for longer than that. That's not official though. Officially, it's 6 months. Okay. So I'm going to color this kind of a, let's find a brown tone maybe. Let's make this a little skinnier. And then let's insert the tip on there. For some reason, that's why. There we go. Just had local symmetry turned on. Okay, on this I'm going to use the snake hook brush. That's what gets Ashley to show up. Ashley's another streamer on here and she absolutely loves the snake hook brush for her workflow. And we have a running joke here. If we say snake hook 3 times, she shows up. Yep, you have to say it 3 times, so I think I said it once. Like Beetlejuice. As long as she brings Monty. Monty's so cute. I did say it 3 times. I wasn't counting, so thanks for counting for me. Okay, let's make this a little darker. Yes, you may ask a question. Welcome. All right, I want to, whoops, let's make the end of this a little bit bigger. I try and Z-remesh this. Now that it's all stretched out, it's giving me some weird geometry. And then I want to slice it. So let's see. Z-remesher. Yeah, keep groups and make it really, really low. Well, let's see what same does. Yeah, not bad. It didn't keep the groups. What's going on? Keep groups. Groups. There we go. Yeah, nice. Okay. Compared to other free sculpting software, how easy, different is ZBrush to learn? So, just like any software, there is a learning curve to it for sure. And since the interface and everything is not like a typical, like a Photoshop or something like that, it does make it a little more of a steeper learning curve than normal. But once you get in there and once you understand how ZBrush wants you to work, and once you understand where everything is, then I don't mind the interface at all. I really, really like it, and I really like I mean, I've been using this for the last 8 years now, and I actually teach it online. And I've been teaching it for the last 5 years. And so I guess if you have some good instruction, it's not that hard to use at all. But I mean, there's a bunch of my students in here. If they can just tell you, or you can just watch my live, my live YouTube streams like you are. You can learn a lot that way. And compared to other software, there really isn't any other software quite to the level of ZBrush. There are some other ones that are they kind of get close. Yeah, so I wouldn't say I would compare it to other software because ZBrush is strictly a digital sculpting software. That's what it does, and it does it, I would say, the best. So it's not like, it's hard to compare. How's that? Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Since I remeshed, I got rid of my color, so I'm going to fill that in again. Go on dynamic subdivisions. Yep, you're welcome. And if you're interested, you can go check out, it's just 3dcharacterworkshop.com, this logo right here. And then Neil's been posting links. Okay. So the egg is probably going to be here. Okay, this is going to be tricky to figure out. And he's kind of holding the brush towards the back of it, and I made it too long. That's better. Maybe like this, just above his foot, a little to the inside. Okay, I want to get the egg in there too to kind of give me some reference. So if I ever want to give myself an object that is not an insert multi-mesh object, I just want to insert a sphere or something, I can just do append, and I can grab one of these. Like I could even grab this sphere right here, or this polysphere. It's probably good. And then it just adds it to the bottom of the list at world 0, 0. Okay, what's going on here? 1 second. Okay, so that's centered. Okay, that's why I didn't have the object selected. Like what? I just messed with my brush. Thank you. Yeah, you're like, don't do, wait, no, oh. I'm gonna hide this for a second and see what I did with my pen. There we go. Thank you. All right, selecting the sphere. Here we go. Come on, select it. That's why I tried to select it and it wasn't selecting it. There we go. Ooh. Sitting on an egg. So maybe something like this. Let's make it kind of not brown. It's like a duck egg or something. Okay. Let's make it egg shaped. Just big move brush, just kind of drag it up. Still a little too big. And sit it on the floor. And I'm going to tilt it a little bit. And tilt it a little bit this way too. I love how he's not looking at the egg that he's painting. He's just like looking off into space, just like I don't care what I'm doing. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, and then I just want to get that brush to kind of conform to the surface of the egg a bit. Have him reaching up and just might move both of them closer to him. So I don't want to stretch his arm out too much, but I will stretch it a bit. Yeah. This egg is making me so happy. Okay. Let's put it in perspective and check it. So I kind of want to make his body a little shorter, actually, now that I have everything in place. And his legs a little shorter. And then stretch this arm out more. Just kind of turn it. Okay, and now I'm basically going to shorten everything up here with his body. And how you do that, like with a big move and all these parts like this, basically I'm just going to grab this mask lasso and just mask the lower half of his body. I grabbed his finger is in a different subtool, so it doesn't matter. And then just blur up his body and down. And then reset the gizmo, kind of put it over here. And just use move and just move it up. It's got a squattier body. And then I want to kind of pose his legs out a little bit differently. And then add these feet to the selection. Put the gizmo here. And rotate his legs out a little bit more. And shorten them. And to shorten stuff, I like to aim the gizmo down whatever appendage I want to shorten. And I could pull it into his body a little bit more, or I could scale it, or a little bit of both. Okay, I like this song. It just played me a random song. It's called "Da Hype Vocal Single," and it's got Robert Smith on vocals from The Cure. It's pretty good. Okay, but now that he's raised up, I want to pull everything down to meet the floor, because now he's floating off the floor. Before I do that, though, I want to kind of give him a super flat bottom, boys, flat bottom. So I'm going to use this clip curve and put it right here. Kind of give him a flat area to sit on. And then straighten out the gizmo and turn on the pizza boxes. Let's go grab this select lasso. And with this, it's called transpose all selected subtools. Paul Gabry calls it the pizza boxes. And yeah, your layman's term, just what I'm streaming now, I have like over 200 free live stream videos from the past, and those are my free tutorials. But officially, no, I don't. Okay, so I'm going to leave this egg here, basically, is what I'm going to do. I want to just invert that, leave the egg alone and just bring him down. Okay. That's looking better. I don't even know what video I'm up to on these live streams. I think it's over 200 though. So I've been streaming every Monday for 5 years. Pretty much. I've skipped a few here and there, but. So there's quite a few. All right, I'm going to fold this bottom finger over me. Okay, these fingers are just too short to do this with. Oh, this is working. All right. Sorry, Chuck, you're messaging me and I'm like, what is that? It's like, I'm still getting used to the chat notifications over there. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna lasso this. Okay. So curling this thumb down. And you don't have to be in T-pose mode to pose. You just have to be in T-pose mode if you're posing more than one object at the same time. I mean, I know this paintbrush is a separate object, but I'm not moving it around. So I can just stay out of pose mode for now. Just pose everything over here. Okay, so for my next trick, for my next finger, okay, I don't want to move the thumb, so I'm going to mask it for a second. I just want to get the finger off of the paintbrush in the back. And I want to tilt it downwards. And posing is more about masking than anything. It's like master masking if you want to pose your character as well. And then the rest is knowing all about the posing part. Like what feels natural. Weight, balance, rhythm, line of action, all the things. But technically, masking, hiding, showing, that's what you really need to know as far as posing goes in ZBrush. Okay, let's try it one more time with, okay, no. Yeah, sometimes that just does not work. So mask lasso is your best friend here, and I missed this little bit right here, but that's okay. I just want to get the finger off of the paintbrush for the most part. And then I'll just clean up the bit that gets left behind from the masking. If any, because I did smooth the mask out, it might have gone away. Don't be afraid to use move while you're posing either. Like a lot of people get stuck just thinking they have to use rotate only. like a bone, you know, because they're coming from the rigging and animation world and thinking you only have access to rotate. But yeah, feel free to use transform. Oh, I'm not looking at the chat again. Bobbles, that's funny. This bunny just remembered buying Bitcoin in 2010. Masking plus patience. Rigging can be fun. Can be. Okay, let's bend the pinky. The pinky is the last little pilgrim. And also the secret to posing is to rotate your camera so your gizmo becomes your temporary bone, right? So I'm thinking about this pinky and I'm thinking, okay, I need to curl it in. See how this pinky's curled in right here? And the other two are kind of holding the paintbrush. And so I'm thinking about how I need to curl this in, and I'm going to rotate my camera and then position my gizmo right where the rotation would be. I'm not really thinking about how my gizmo is rotated because I'm using screen space rotation, which is this white ring right here. And I just rotate it down like this. And that starts to get that finger bent. Get bent, finger. And it starts to crush the palm down here, and that's fine because we can just use, we can just fix it with move and inflate. Sometimes you have to re-sculpt what you've posed because it'll break what you've done. And that's kind of part of it. Don't be super precious with your stuff. Then we can just kind of use inflate and inflate that closed and just fix the problem. Looks like he's going, hey. Then I'm going to curl his palm over to support that pinky being bent, so he doesn't have to stretch so far. And I feel like this pinky should be up and pushing against the paintbrush. It's not, yeah, it's not in the concept, but you can also turn on topological with range of 2, and it will allow you to just select non-connected geometry. I kind of like the hand pose with the pinky out better, but I'm going to leave it like that for now. Okay, kind of want to bring this up closer. No. Maybe pull this down farther. There we go, that's feeling better. Like he's stretching it, you know? Okay. Let's see what the rest looks like. I got a ruler in my head. Yay! So happy about it. Okay. Now I need to pose the arm to attach it to the body. Now that his hands all posed up. Come on. Seems like this click drag isn't working as well as it has in the past. I'm just going to unbend this elbow. Like unbreak my heart. Sorry, I'm full of them today. You can even just use the move brush with its really, really big move brush. Just connect it back in like that. Give him an elbow. Give him a shoulder. And then he's kind of reaching forward. So I want to grab his body, turn symmetry off, and pull that forward. Pull this one up, this one down. Oh, what the heck happened with that? See that creep up there? Like it just went zoop. Okay. Whenever it starts to act weird, it's kind of like when you see the glitch in the Matrix. Save your Z tool because something might happen. Okay, all right. We're good. Stop doing weird stuff, ZBrush. All right. Hi, question mark? Hello? Welcome to the stream? Or welcome to the stream? There we go. Okay. I want to get his feet looking better now. And I'm going to solo his body for a second. And then auto group all the toes together, do a mirror and weld. Actually, it's going to throw off my symmetry. That's okay. I want symmetry still, so I'll pose it in a minute. So let's turn symmetry off. Drag these areas over to the right. Okay. Got it. And just like I did with the arms, I'm going to stitch all this together. I think I'm going to leave the toes unstitched though, because this is such a tight crease. Anthony, welcome. Hope your day's going well. Bunny's looking great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Welcome. Okay, local symmetry back on, not frame. There we go. And then I'm going to add a little squished sphere for this bit of color down here. Hopefully it works. Nope. Local symmetry. The new spotlight projection is off. It is. See, now I gotta turn it back on. You gotta have it off to do your insert multi-mesh, and then turn it back on when you want to scale locally. I know every single time now. I used to not have to remember, but now I do. And it comes at the cost of being able to have a local symmetry on your objects. The price to pay. I really need to learn and understand that so I can utilize it better. So I'm not just being grumpy about having to do more clicks. Okay. Okay, let's get them colored up now. So I'm going to stitch these three things together. So not this, not this, not this, not this. Split hidden. This, and I'm going to say apply to my dynamic subdivision levels. And then get rid of them. So delete hidden or delete lower. And then I'm going to tessellate. Same old game here. And now I want to I want to do the Tessimate size, like with the picker, but that's okay. Let's roll this down, maybe a little bit more. That's good. That's where you get the most crashes, with local being turned on with the dynamic part and then inserting. Yeah, I think so. That's where it crashed before. I need to let Maxon peeps know that. Okay. We're going to do remesh by union. Click on this gear, hit accept. And now they're stitched together. I can even put them all in one poly group if I want to. And then just kind of come through here. I'll turn Sculptress back on. Make sure adaptive is on or off. So you want this adaptive size turned off with your Sculptress Pro. And then with ZBrush 2023, I'm holding down Shift for smooth, and then I'm grabbing the subdivide size, clicking on it, and you can see it says pick. I'm dragging it down and picking the density that I want, which is right in here. And then when I smooth, it will be a similar density. But I got to turn on symmetry. There we go. Okay. Thanks, Neil. I caught it just after I did it. Okay, just kind of even stuff out. I tessellate before stitching to even my my density out, so I get a good even stitch, like a predictable stitch. There we go. Because if you have, like, the body was very low resolution, and the leg was a medium resolution, and the feet was a high resolution, so where it would stitch, it would cause a bunch of weird triangles. Plus, you want to apply your dynamic subdivisions. So, because if you stitch it with dynamic subdivisions turned on, it will try and stitch your very, very, very low subdivision levels, and it will not look very good at all. So you want to make it more dense and then even density. Okay. So now that we have that, we can paint his little tummy tum. Select that color and grab the paintbrush. And I can crank, let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's a little low resolution. So you can turn up the subdivide side. We'll turn it down, essentially. And then when I paint, it's going to make higher density, which will make a tighter edge on here. I'm just guessing where the top of this should be. I'll probably go lower than this. Okay, on this leg, I want to get it right up to this leg, but it's better to mask. Let's do it again. Mask it off. There we go. Okay. There we go. Pretty good. And I want to do that to his arms now. Okay, and this hand is looking a little strange behind the brush. It's hidden, so I'm just going to adjust that and turn off Sculptress Pro for a minute. And I just want to smooth this out and inflate it. I'm just going to, I want to make those little hand bumps. Make it look like they're just kind of, because if you do this, those two bits of flesh right here, they get all compacted and puffed up. So that's kind of what I'm after here. I want it aiming more towards the center of his hand. Okay, and I could turn Sculptus Pro back on and just make it a lot more dense. Hey! Puffed up, complicated bits of flesh. It's a good band name, right? How you doing? A cubed in the house. We said your name 3 times earlier. Not your name. We said a snake hook brush 3 times earlier, and I was just taking a little slower today showing up. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, hand butt. I like to call it a hand butt. It's like a little cheekies on your palm. Okay, this is a little too dense. So you guys, A Cubed or Ashley, she's another streamer on here on Maxon's live sculpting channel. Makes amazing stuff. Yep, just felt it. It's kind of slow today. It's snowing here. Is it still snowing up where you're at? It just won't stop. Spring won't come. Xenomorph, yep. Just a few days ago. Man, it's supposed to snow like three more feet up in the mountains today. And where my brother lives, up by Park City, like 2 feet. Just nuts. Uncle already. I don't know why I'm doing all this because I don't even know if you see it. I guess you do. Now it's too complex. I don't want it that complex. Envious of mountain. Oh yeah, so this is the whole thing if you haven't seen it yet. It's this little fluffy bunny painting an egg and not looking at it while he's doing it. Utah ski country. Just zoom around on your ski thingies. Yep. Except for outside my house, there's only a few inches. Okay. I did all that and I don't like it, so I'm just gonna fill. Don't want to get too complex sometimes. It's raining so much and cold too, I can't get the veggie garden started. No kidding. You know, we have a tulip festival here, and the tulips are just little sprouts. They're like this big just peeking out of the thing. Okay, let's get the paint on. Got about half an hour left. I don't know if I'm going to make it a full half hour before I'm done with this today. Yep, chillytulips.com. Don't go there. It's usually, I should probably crank up the resolution to this. Usually daffodils are out by now, and there's none. 0. I know, I'm kind of, what do you call that today? Little, let's see. When video game developers release new skins for a base character like Overwatch, do you retopologize the whole character with new costumes each time, or just the additional costumes? If you try and get away with as much from the original character as you possibly can, and then everything else is basically rebuilt and redone. So you're not starting from complete scratch. But yeah, like with that Zenyatta one I did, I think I only used his neck and his the hydraulics that you can see. Everything else, yeah. Totally new, totally from scratch. Anyway, Ashley, how are you doing? How's the eyes doing? Or is it eyes or eye? Is it singular or plural? Yep. I'm afraid to ask how your eye is doing. I really hope it's getting better. Oh my goodness. So fluffy. I love on Despicable Me when it's like that little girl gets that unicorn. She's like, it's so fluffy. Single eye. I did the most insane thing. I had to get an injection straight into right in there with it. So I've said it. I'll say it again. My grandma, she's like 95, she gets shot in the eye with a needle all the time. I apologize. You have to go. Yeah. I feel for you. I'm so sorry. So if you guys don't know, Ashley got long COVID, and she has strokes, like miniature strokes in her eyeball. What in the heck is going on with this right here? I didn't even notice. It's like this flappy flap. Okay. Out comes the knife brush. Time to hack that wing off. Whoops. That blood jacuzzi going. They knock you out for that. I would probably faint. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Is it the direction that I have to go? Yeah, there it is. Okay. It depends on the knife cutting direction. Okay. Let's get the old polish brush out. Ye old polish brush. Another good name for a band, Blood Jacuzzi. You're coming up with them today. Oh goodness. And we've got holes. Close holes. Shut them off. Now we paint. We don't need the density. Whatever. They don't knock you out, you're awake and aware. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? Can you feel it? Or is it local anesthesia? Okay. Gotta go lower with the dyno. I can pick it. Pick this. There we go. So lower subdivision levels, they smooth a lot quicker, but they don't hold paint very well. So you kind of have to go back and forth. Just get all this into the same group. Red curl. That would have to be, no, I can't even put contact lenses in. Yeah, that's me too. They numb you up, but you feel pressure, and then you see the medication as it's being injected. Oh, they wash your eye with iodine, which burns like pepper spray. Oh man. Ooh. Goodness. So the real question is it helping? Please say yes. Please say you're going through all of the misery for the help. Oh, Dr. Shane. I wish I was doctor. No, I don't wish I was doctor. I want to be a great artist like you to someday. Well, you're in the right place. It's going to take practice and dedication. It did for a day, but it's not. But now it's stupid again. I was warned I may need a number of them. Oof. Well, if it's any consolation, is that? It really helps my grandma out. yeah, it helps a lot. So hopefully we'll get to that place. Okay, I still have a great attitude. Yep, I hope it's better soon. Me too. All right. So it benefits you keeping your polygroups because then you can mask it off. It's weird, there's a little polygroup right there. It's the quickest way to set up polygroups for sharp edge Z-remeshing. Quickest way. I would do this, it's called groups by normals right here. And you can find it under tool, polygroups, group by normals. And then it will give you a bunch of polygroups on everything past, by default it's set to 45 degrees. So anything beyond 45 degrees, it will create new polygroups. And then you can do a crease by polygroup after that. And then subdivide with those creases. That is the fastest way. That I know of anyway. Would you agree with that, Ashley? I don't really do much hard surface sculpting because I don't know what's going on. Best theory is COVID, but they can't confirm it because there's no specific test. Yeah, you're the only case that I've ever heard of with doing it based off of COVID. So maybe you had a pre-existing condition and it just kind of lit it up, you know? They're studying me all the staff in ophthalmology at the hospital know me well. Otherwise healthy. Healthy's good. So I'm happy, but yeah, stay very hydrated, friends, and thank you for listening to my oversharing. Yep, hydration is extremely important. Like I don't get anything like Ashley, but I get these, they're called ocular migraines or eye grains, which I've talked about them before. They don't hurt. They just they steal a portion of my vision for a short amount of time, for about 15 minutes, and I hope they never get longer than that. So it's just a minor annoyance more than anything. It's not blood in my eye. Yes, it is a threat. Speaking of which, I have my big hydration cup right here. I try and do at least 2 of these every day. And these are the best. Yeah, they stay cold all day long. I put ice in them in the morning and they're still cold at night. You get a headache after the migraine stops. Ooh, I do not. Sorry to hear that. That's no fun. You know what I forgot to build on this guy is a tail. How can you be a fluffy bunny without a tail? I don't know. And without these 3 little hairs on the top. You know, I actually built them last stream and I don't know where they went. I bet, Tom. Ooh. That sounds like 0 fun. Okay, I need to save this. So I'm doing insert mesh. And insert meshes tend to crash. First thought was pre-existing, but I had all the panels done over 7 months. Stupid healthy, even went through rheumatology and same thing's happening to me. Documented in the scientific literature is COVID related. Okay. That's why they're theorizing. Okay. Well. Man. Such craziness. I'm not going to read that one out loud. That is funny. Okay, we're gonna actually use ye old snake hook brush. I know, say what? Okay, split unmasked points. Just to lazily get these hairs going. That's what's happening. Do those drawing tablet gloves that you see everywhere help with hand pain? I wouldn't think they would help with pain. I have one right here, and it's not a carpal tunnel glove at all. I bought this one specifically for palm rejection when sculpting on my iPad. And if you have a Cintiq with touch, it will help you with palm rejection on your touch. That's really the only reason I wear this thing. Otherwise, I've talked about it with Ashley before, it kind of chokes off my blood flow to my fingers a little bit, and it makes my fingers cold. The ones that are exposed, it makes them all cold and clammy. So I'm not a huge fan of this, but I'd rather have it and have the palm rejection than not. But hey, Ashley, I did get a better one though. I got one that actually fit my hand better, and it works better. So yeah, it doesn't do the clammy thing as much. All right. Yeah. So might want to try it again with the place I got it. I can't even remember the name, but they had specific sizes so you can really measure and get a good fit. And I can actually stand it now. It's okay. But before, man, it was just not friendly thing. But it does have the added benefit of cleaning your screen as you work. That's kind of nice. Okay, I'm actually going to leave this color for a minute. And we're going to go full on sculpt. Sculptress Pro. And let's do snake hook. We'll see how this goes. I don't want RGB on. Oh, I don't want symmetry on either. What am I thinking? And we can get some AccuCurve function happening. Hit the wrong button. There we go. Sharpen it up. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I'm going to rewind and do that again with AccuCurve on. Again. Okay. Also, another piece of advice, not just drink water, but walk around. Like, get up and move, please. Your body isn't meant to sit that long all day. Come on. Ooh, it's kind of like saw blade-ish, but that's okay. I don't know. This will be quick. Yes, get like a Fitbit or something and get everything. So yeah, the reason I said that is because yeah, this is what I have. It's DokiWare. That's what I have. That's what this is. DokiWare. It's really, really great. My mother-in-law is a seamstress, and she was checking it out, and she said it's really well built. Does AccuCurve automatically sharpen? Yeah, it does a sharp fall off on the brush. So yes, it just makes things sharper. But I feel like it's a little too sharp, but I kind of like what it's giving me, but not that sharp. So I'm just going to use inflate and kind of just come through here and unsharpen. All There we go. That's not too bad. All right, and then grab this, color it up. I miss Matt. I need to talk to that guy again. I worked with Matt all through Disney Infinity. He's at Epic now, working on Fortnite, I think. As far as I know, that's the last Matt sighting. You know what? I'm gonna do it like this. He streams on this same channel occasionally. I haven't seen him stream for a while. I got my full screen tablet. I ended up getting frozen shoulder. Not sure if it was my posture during the tablet. Happened a month after I got it. Oh man. So I also, this is a bigger expense, but I recommend a standing desk to get you to stand and get your blood flow going as well. That's made a huge improvement. All right. Come on. Why is, oh, it's the same color. I need the better. I'm painting nothing. I'm just going to add real subdivision levels to this one. It's about time to be done with this guy. What do you think about yoga balls instead of a chair? I mean, if you can stand them, they're great. I've sat in I've used those before, and just different kinds of things. I like yoga balls because they keep you like moving, like your core moving, which is good. Anything to keep you moving is good. Yep, stretch and yoga. Good things. Hey Brian, glad to see this live. Enjoyed your previous videos. Ah, glad you could catch me live. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see, I need to turn off. In the bottom of his leg and his bum. I used to stand on a balance board until Disney safety made me stop. Really? So, the company, I can't recall the name of the company where I got my stand-up desk from, but they have this seat that's like a stool, and it's a wobbly stool, meaning the base of it is like a sphere, and so you sit on it, but you can move. But it is a stool, so it's just a one-legged thing, and it allows you to move, like swivel. That's pretty cool. I need to get me one of those. And it also, you can change the height, so you can change the height with you when you stand or sit. And I like it because, or I think I would like it because I like the idea of it, because you're not actually standing all the way. So standing for a long time is also very fatiguing. So I would like to think that a stool like that wouldn't necessarily be as fatigue generating. Sculpting on a tablet, iPad, Android is best for the back. You can just lay in bed on your back and even stomach for a while. I have to agree with you there. I'm really excited for the premise of mobile sculpting. Okay, I'm not gonna, yeah, there we go. I think we're good. Last little bit I'm gonna do is color up this egg. Just with some bright colors, turn off Sculptress. Okay. We'll just get some super bright colors like pink and purple. Let's do like an indigo. No. There we go. For this color here. I need to rotate it. I'm right-handed, so it's easier to, if you rotate. Another good thing about a tablet is you can just spin it in your hand instead of spinning the model, you know. Anyway, I'm just going to do some different shapes and things. Not exactly like the concept, but in the same idea of it. It's like a manta ray shape. Okay, and then on the top, let's do like a pinkish color maybe. Yeah, maybe. Sure. Little cap of pink, little bloop, maybe a teal underneath here. Sure. Make them look like paint blobs. And I'll probably put some more purple over here. You'll see it from the camera. Oh man, this is a song I haven't heard for a long time. Crystal Method. So I'm not going to take too much time to come back in here and clean all this up, but okay, turn on perspective. There we go. Creative, yes, I have. I've had mixed results, to be honest. It's not quite as powerful as a desktop, so you can't get quite as high. And the user interface gets very cramped, so your real estate gets very cramped because it's not designed for something small like a laptop like that. So I want to do one last little thing. So I wouldn't recommend it. If you're going to be on the go, I would recommend like getting a tablet or something, going that way, and doing like Forger or Nomad or something like that. You'll have a better experience. And then you can, when you're done with it on the go, then you can bring it into ZBrush to finish it up. There's a series of stretches I do every morning to open my hips and shoulders are really great. Nice. I'll have to bug you about them. I think, did you? Yeah, I don't know if we talked about it already, but now looking at this, I did not add his little hairs, but that's all right. Just gonna squish his little head down. Feels a tad too tall now that we're done. Okay. And I think this would 3D print okay. So, yeah. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And as always, I give away my user interface, my brushes, and my ruler file for free over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. You can go get them for free over there. And you do have to join the community to get it, but the community's free as well. You can hang out over there, join us. So, and I do teach an online course. It's also called the 3D Character Workshop, where I teach you how to make stylized characters. So feel free to check that out. And one last thing, if you do get the bundle, you qualify for the Maxon EDU bundle. So the Maxon 1 educational version of all of their software. So it's a super duper duper great deal. It's like getting training and software, getting the software for free for a while. So, well, not free, it's like $10 for 6 months. So anyway, all right, guys, take care. We'll see you all. Have a wonderful week, and we will catch you next Monday. Thanks, all everybody. We'll see ya.